Hi everybody, it's Dr. Turnquest Rolle here again with another adding and subtracting lesson. Can you remember at the end of the last lesson when I asked you to consider what words would indicate to you whether to add or subtract? Well, that's the focus of today's lesson. Are you ready? Here are today's learning goals. By the end of this video, you should be able to decide which keywords identify operations. That means you should be able to decide which keywords tell you to add or subtract. You should also be able to relate operations to operators. That means you should be able to say that a plus sign tells you to add and a minus sign tells you to subtract. Are you up for today's learning challenge? I sure hope so. Let's think. Can you remember past lessons where your teachers told you what keywords tell you to add and what keywords tell you to subtract? Well, I want you to take a few seconds to consider what keywords tell you to add, what keywords tell you to subtract. Were you able to remember any of the keywords? Well, let's review some of them together. Here are your addition keywords. Do you remember when I said that I just love to sing? Well, listen carefully as I sing my addition keyword song. Addition keywords, all together, in, all. Find the sum, What is the total? Plus, add, Addition keywords, all together, in, all. Find the sum, What is the total? Plus, add, These are your addition keywords. All together, in all, find the sum. What is the total? Plus, add. Here are your subtraction keywords. In our earlier lesson, I sang the song regarding the subtraction keywords for you. Let's review them. The subtraction keywords are take away, subtract, find the difference, how many are left, and how many more. Take away, subtract, find the difference, how many are left, how many more. Is your memory bank open? Did you lock in both the addition as well as the subtraction keywords? I sure hope so, because you're going to need those to move forward. When deciding whether you should add or subtract, you must consider whether your solution will be more or less. If your problem suggests your solution will be more, then that means that you are most likely going to add. If your problem suggests that you will end up with less, then you will subtract. Did you get that? More, add. Less, subtract. Here's the problem we have to consider. Let's go ahead and read it together. Last week, Andrew caught 4 lobsters. This week, he caught 4 more. How many did he catch all together. It is our responsibility to look a bit closer at this. So here we go. Last week, Andrew caught 4 lobsters. This week, he caught 4 more. How many did he catch altogether? Did you notice that there is something different about this version of the problem? Can you consider for a little while what has changed? I'll give you a few seconds to think about it, and then I'll be back. Well, I'm back. Did you notice that there's something different about the numbers as well as the keyword in this problem? Well, when solving a problem, here's what you should do. You should first circle the numbers. You should then underline the keyword or words. If you look closely, the numbers I have circled are 4 and 4. I've also circled how many altogether. The keywords how many altogether suggest that we have to add. We must use a plus sign to add. Can you remember how we will create an equation to show this problem? Well, open your memory bank because we're going to look at it together. When we add, we put the groups together to find how many in all or all together. In this case, our add-ins are 4 plus 4. Our addition sentence or our equation will say 4 plus 4 equals. Do you remember what you need to do in order to solve this problem? Take a second and think about it. Well, the first thing we need to do is to draw 1, 2, 3, 4 circles, and then another 1, 2, 3, 4 circles. Do you remember how to get to the solution of an addition problem? If you said count them all together, you are one smarty pants. So here we go. Super counters, are you ready? Super counters, are you ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that means then our solution or our sum is 8. When we complete our equation, it reads 4 plus 4 equals 8. Did you get that? I sure hope so. Let's try another one. Amira found 3 shells. Nikki found 9 shells. How many more shells does Nikki have than Amira? Can you take a few seconds to review this problem again? Listen really carefully as I read. Amira found 3 shells. Nikki found 9 shells. How many more shells does Nikki have than Amira? Look at the problem. How has it changed? If you said I highlighted the numbers as well as the keywords, you're absolutely correct. Now, let's get to solving this problem. Do you remember what I said just a little while ago we do to solve a problem? Well, we first circle the numbers, 3 and 9. Next, we find the keywords, which in this case is how many more. Can you remember what the keywords how many more suggest we do? If you said subtract, you are absolutely right. We must subtract. Subtraction means to take away. Do you remember how to build an equation or write a number sentence that subtracts? Well, we begin with the largest number. The greatest number in this case is 9. We have already said that we will use the minus sign. The smaller number is 3. And then we need our equal sign, of course. We see that our equation reads, or our subtraction sentence says, 9 minus 3 equals, and our job is to find the difference. Do you remember exactly what you should do to find the difference? Take a second and think about it. Well, we must first draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 circles. Once we have drawn those 9 circles, it is our job to take away 3 or minus 3 of those circles. Can you remember what we do to minus or take away from a whole group? If you said draw X's on the circles, you are one smarty pants. In this case, our job is to take away 3 of the circles. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. We put X's on 3 of them. It is also our job now to count how many are left without X's on them. Super counters, are you ready? Well, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Our difference here then is 6. So that means the solution to this problem is Nikki has 6 more shells than Amira. Here's a challenge for you. You will go ahead and grab someone in the house with you who also wants to join in on the lesson or is willing to help you. You can also grab a coin because you're going to need to flip it to decide which one you're going to do. Here is heads. If you flip and you receive heads, then you will build a problem for this equation. If you got tails, which is this side of the coin, then you would build an addition equation. Go ahead, grab someone, and get it done. All right, I'm back. While you were working, I was also considering 2 stories or problems that I could have created for each of the equations. Would you like to see what I came up with? Here's my story based on the first equation. Let's read it together. Stan has 9 balls. He gave 4 to Fred. How many balls are left with Stan? Do you remember what we would do to work out this equation? First, we would draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 circles. Then we will take away by putting X's on them. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those circles. When we have taken them away, we have to count the circles that are left with no X's on them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the response to this question would be, Stan is left with 5 balls. Do you see? Let's start the second equation. I will get 4 cars. My dad will give me 6 more. How many cars will I have altogether? Do you remember how we would check this equation to see if we are correct? Well, we would start by drawing 1, 2, 3, 4 circles. Additionally, we would draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circles. Once that is done, we will count the circles all together and see if we return a sum of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, we see that the answer to this question is, altogether, I will have 10 cars. You have done quite a lot of thinking today. Here are today's takeaways. The words altogether, in all, find the sum, what is the total, plus, add, all apply to the concept of addition. Addition uses a plus sign to put groups together to find a sum. Take away, subtract, find the difference, how many are left, how many more, all apply to the concept of subtraction. Subtraction means to take away. A minus sign tells us what we need to do when it comes to subtraction. Well, I've certainly enjoyed my day with you, and I hope you've enjoyed your day with me. Don't forget to ask your parents or who's ever at home with you to navigate you to the worksheets that will help you to practice a little more with this concept. I'll see you soon. It was great working with you today, super counters. Bye-bye.